We are keeping our eyes on the radar here all day today, aren't we?
You know, it's the calm before the storm here in Indianapolis right now. We're getting a little bit of light rain in our far northwestern counties, but once it starts, could be a little wet to say the least today. Although some of our computer models are thinning out this amount of rain. You're looking at Doppler 13 radar, and let's zoom into the northwest part of the viewing area. In fact, right along 52 there around Oxford and Fowler and Boswell. We've seen a few sprinkles this morning. None of this is really heavy rain. The heavy stuff is still well off to the west. In fact, from Peoria all the way into northern Missouri this morning. There is a flash flood watch that will go into effect later today, continue to about midnight. And this would be for a good part of our viewing area from north of Bloomington on through about half of the state. And that's because some of the rain could potentially be really heavy around here a little bit later on today. So this is a look at the traffic moving in a dry downtown. We're at 67, winds out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour, and the visibility is at 10 miles. We'll really have two rounds of rain and storms. Round one this morning, round two later in the afternoon and evening. And I think most of the heavy rain, frankly, will be in round two. That's because the front will be moving through at that time. So you can prepare for the kids to get at least a little wet at the bus stop, especially if you live north of Indianapolis this morning. And then by the time we come home, wet pavement, and our high today, 83 degrees. Now, as far as the biggest threats are concerned, of course, we do have that flash flood watch. We are expecting heavy rain and then some of these gusty winds to be an issue. Winds gusting anywhere between 20 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, but in some of these storms could be in excess of that. That's why at least there's a slight risk of severe weather issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. This is for everybody watching us, and this is for today and then tonight. Here's our very latest computer model on rain. Amounts around an inch to, in some cases, 2 inches of rain certainly are possible during the course of the day today. This is one computer model this morning. This is 9 o'clock with some rain in the metro area, all pretty light, with heavy rain still to the north. This is the noon hour when Nicole is on with the noon show. Some scattered showers around the metro area, but none of it really very heavy. We're still waiting for that front by this time. So when Sean and Angela are on in the evening shows, there will be scattered rain. And again, I think most of the heaviest stuff is to the north of Indy. But as we go through the night, look at this. Here's the outline of the rain building around the front. What you'll look for in these computer models is any kind of a bow, which would indicate gusty winds. And we're seeing at least a little bit of that in our computer model south of Indy, around Martinsville and Bloomington later on tonight. Here is 11 p.m., still raining at that point, but man, what a change. Once this moves through tomorrow morning when we're on with sunrise, winds come out of the north. That's going to blow some cloud cover off of Lake Michigan and much cooler air. Today, though, 83 degrees. This will be the warmest day out of at least the next week. Rain and thunderstorms and some of that rain heavy. Then in my 7-day outlook, let's go 64 tonight. And 68 tomorrow with scattered showers very, very early and then dry. 68 Friday and Saturday and Sunday were dry. And in the mornings, Bruce and Julia, in the 40s over the weekend. And we'll have an update of the radar in just a bit.